Your timeline should enlighten and brighten your day. If it's doing the opposite of that, you need to think about who and what you're following. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Shariel if you're new, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back. Oftentimes, we don't think about how much social media affects our life, and that includes our thoughts, our moods, and our perception. And I know for a fact we need to be more intentional about who and what we follow, because who you follow on social media matters. And I have 5 points that I'm going to give you in this video to make you rethink about who you follow. So let's get right into the video. My number 1 point is that you have to guard yourself from negativity. A scripture that reminds me of this is Matthew 6:22 through verse 23. And it says, "Your eye is a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light. But when your eye is unhealthy, your whole body is filled with darkness." Even if you're not a Christian, this can apply to you, because when it's talking about your eye lamp, that's what you allow yourself to see. Think about how much we're seeing on a daily basis compared to what we did before social media. Now things are coming at us at 100 miles per hour, and it gets overwhelming. And this is why you need to guard and block what comes your way. And the way that I do that is I mute certain words, I mute certain phrases, I mute certain people, because I don't want that certain information in my face all the time. It's nothing personal, but you have to guard your eyes and your ears from what you hear and what you see, because it affects you without you even knowing it. And that's the dangerous part, when things are subconscious and all of a sudden you wonder why you're sad, or all of a sudden you wonder why you're anxious. It's because you read an anxious tweet, but you didn't recognize it as so when you need to unfollow that person. Your timeline should enlighten and brighten your day. If it's doing the opposite of that, you need to think about who and what you're following. Literally, what you hear and what you see is like what you eat. If you're eating burgers, if you're eating fries, if you're eating cheesecake, are you gonna have enough energy to do a workout, or are you gonna want to take a nap? It's the same thing with who and what you follow. Are you following somebody negative or positive? Are you following pages and people that only post negativity? That causes you anxiety and depression. Think about who and what you follow and guard yourself from those things. My number 2 point, which a lot of us struggle with, is not following people back. Not following people back is okay, especially if it's people from your hometown or live in the same city as you and you have bigger dreams. You don't want to see that all day because it's mundane. I want to follow people that live in a city that I want to live in. I want to follow people that travel so I can see a glimpse of the world before I get to go. I like to follow people that don't live in a box. And of course, I'm not saying all people from your hometown may live in a box, but you can get comfortable. And honestly, I don't like anybody enough to follow them on every single platform. We have so many social media platforms at this point. Be picky about who you follow on what platform. So for instance, some people, I'd rather just see their selfie than hear their thoughts. So I don't follow them on Twitter, but I follow them on Instagram. Some people, I like how they think, but I don't want to see them. Follow them on Twitter. Some people are funny or they're witty, so you would follow them on TikTok because they're entertaining. Just because you know somebody, you do not have to follow them on every platform. That doesn't make you fake. It doesn't mean you think you're better than them. It's just like every time I'm on my phone, I don't want to see you every single time. Like if I go from this app to this app to this app and I constantly see you, it's like you basically live with me digitally, and I don't want a digital roommate. Whether you know the person or not and they follow you, you don't have to follow them back, especially if you check out their page and what they post and you don't care for it. Just save yourself the headache and don't do it. Because at the end of the day, it's just a follow. My number 3 point is to follow people and to follow pages that inspire you and or have accomplished goals that you haven't accomplished yet. So for me personally, my interests are fitness, family, business, and things of that nature. And what I love about following people and pages that inspire me is all the knowledge I get for free. There's so many people you can learn from if you follow the right people that match your interest. And that's what I'm not seeing a lot of. I see a lot of women following people for beauty and men following people for their lifestyle. They might be rich or get a lot of women, but what are your dreams and your goals? Once you figure that out, follow people and pages that help you become that help you become that entrepreneur you want to be. If you want to do film, follow filmmakers. If you want to be a photographer, follow photographers. Indulge yourself in what you want to become by who you follow, because it's going to inspire you. It's going to help you with your creative process, because sometimes you can get little ideas from different people and combine them and make them your own. You don't have to be in the know. You literally could be in your own world. Make who you follow an entire community of people that inspire you, of people that are positive, and of people that are genuine. My number 4 point is don't follow people or pages that make you feel bad about your life. If you're following people or pages that are promoting perfection, you might want to unfollow, because I don't care who you are, nobody's perfect. It's in front of the lens that they look perfect, but behind the scenes they're not. When you follow somebody, you might not even realize you're coveting what they have, you're envying what they have, but because it's wrapped up so pretty and you comment, oh my gosh, you're so fire, or OMG, I love you, you don't even realize you actually don't love them. You just don't love yourself. And that's why you follow all these perfect people, because you don't feel you're perfect, but you're perfect the way you are. And it's actually scary how everybody's starting to look the same. The way they do their hair, the way they dress, the makeup, what men they want, how their bodies look, what surgeries or procedures they're getting, is because they follow pages and people that seem perfect. And these are the people and pages you don't need to follow. I don't follow people that all look the same. I don't follow people that are trendy, because it's not that I'm better, I just don't want to subconsciously think I need to look like that, because I would have to get surgery to look like that, and I don't want to get surgery, and I love myself. But even sometimes when you love yourself and you're constantly seeing something, it makes you want to change yourself when you don't need to do that. But a lot of the time, from what I'm seeing, is people try to replicate that. There's nothing wrong with comparison to make yourself better, but there is something wrong with comparison when you change yourself to look like somebody else or to be like somebody else. My number 5 point is to limit following tea pages and news outlets. You don't need an instant update of what celebrities and influencers are doing on these tea pages, because it's literally changing our culture to be obsessed with them. You want to know every single detail about these people that you don't know, and they don't know you. And it's actually becoming a problem from what I'm seeing. Everybody's so invested in their drama, like we were in high school with our friends and other people. And it's like, this knowledge doesn't make you better. Knowing what rapper cheated on what girlfriend, or what celebrity's divorcing, or whatever, what does that do for you? Nothing. Like literally nothing. Even I struggle with not looking at tea pages. But I always ask myself, why are you on here? What's the point? Like, there's no point. But I understand, as humans, we can sometimes naturally be negative, and it kind of excites us. But at the same time, if you're always consuming drama and tea pages, you need to reflect and really look at yourself, because why are you indulging yourself in such negativity all the time? My reason to not follow news outlets all the time is because the news is negative. We all know this, but we've been programmed, especially like our grandparents and our parents, to watch the news or listen to the news on the radio. But think about it, the news literally just reports negative news, and it makes you anxious, it makes you depressed, and it makes you fearful. So why would you follow all these news outlets when it's just going to make your quality of life lower. It just does. There's nothing wrong with being informed. You need to be informed, actually. But there is a difference between being informed and having too much information. And because we're in the information age, you need to find a way to slow down how much information you're consuming on a daily basis, because it does affect your mental health. If you got this far in my video, thank you so much. I hope you learned something and that this informed or inspired you to be more intentional about your social media. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, because I am consistent, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification button to see right when I post, and share this with your friends. Thank you once again. You are appreciated.